Okay, we are ready.
Thank you, Laura. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the January meeting of the Town and Country Architecture Review Board by Zoom. I want to welcome all of you. Thanks for being with us. We have an agenda of 5 items, and so we'll get started here in just a moment. But the first item is the roll call. Laura?
Chairman Benegas?
Here.
Mr. Arzano?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Here.
Mr. Forbringer?
Here.
Ms. Proust?
Here.
And Mr. Suku?
Here.
I have Ms. Benes as absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from our December meeting on December 7th, which was previously distributed to the board. Any additions, corrections, changes to the minutes from that meeting? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as distributed.
I will make the motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carried. The minutes from the December meeting are approved as submitted. The first item for consideration tonight is a continuation item from the December meeting. It's an architecture review for 2436 Oak Springs Lane. Is there a presenter for that project with us?
There is. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Thanks for being back with us. I noticed the changes. You want to go over the changes that you've added to your plans?
Yeah, so last time there was some discussion about the wood color and also the door colors, and we went back, discussed with the client, the homeowner. He's also here tonight, Mr. DeMarco, and then Jeff Bernstein, the builder. And we had the renderings redone based on that discussion, which is a mahogany color for the exterior wood color, which would match the front door, which would also be mahogany. We also added additional images to the a page that shows the samples. So we have a window sample, which is the Sierra Pacific, that matches the other doors around the home and the garage doors. And also that has been updated correctly on the rendering. So the rendering does match those colors, those samples on that page, based on our discussion with the homeowner. And so we're here back presenting that to get it approved.
Thank you. The renderings are much helpful. Any questions, discussion?
Chairman Benegas?
Yes.
I did want to note for the record that we have received 2 public comments in regards to this project since the last meeting, and they have been distributed to the board members, and they will be attached to the minutes of this meeting.
Just so we make sure all the board knows those, could you give us a briefing on those submissions?
Yes, hold on one moment. There was one received today from the trustees of Oak Springs saying they were in favor of the revisions. And then the other comment was from, I apologize, Paul Lochner, that made the comment at the last meeting. He is the property owner directly to the south. He wanted to clear up some of the comments from the meeting of last month, and express his willingness to work with the builder and homeowner about putting in landscaping.
Okay, thank you.
There was one other comment too last time about moving the home. We did move that. You notice the site plan has been revised to correctly show the property as is, and the house has been moved. I believe it, Jeff, was that 2 feet to the north? Is that correct?
I believe that's correct, yes.
Okay.
And I think that comment was also part of the trustees' letter also, wasn't it, Laura?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, from the board, any additional questions, comments regarding this proposed home? Does it address all the comments that we had or concerns we had from our last meeting?
It addresses all my concerns. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it does.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you addressed all the concerns that we have. Appreciate your willingness to do that. Hearing no additional comments or questions, and we have no other further public comments, I entertain a motion regarding this project.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I second.
There's been a motion and a second for approval. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. The project is approved. Thanks for coming back and addressing the issues or concerns we had. Appreciate that. Good luck with the project.
Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
very
good
much.
evening.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye now.
Good day.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is a subdivision gate at 1949 Barrett Station Road. Is there a presenter for that project?
I'm here, Linda Clark, representing the builder. And the
Thank you.
architect designer of the entry sign should be on also, Barry Pullman.
Barry is with us, it looks like. Would one of you like to give us an overview of the project, please?
Well, I'm new to this, so it's a new project we took over from a previous builder. We're going to build a couple of houses in there and continue on with what was originally planned for the gate, the entry, and the sign. And I think from talking to Barry that this was presented through an ARB meeting in the past, but I wasn't part of the project then.
The gate itself was proposed or the development?
I think so. Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
to my knowledge, I haven't seen this proposal. Has it been submitted, Ryan?
Yes, it was.
Have we previously considered this?
It was not previously considered. It was shown on the site plan as it went to Planning,
Oh.
Zoning, and Board of Aldermen.
Okay.
But the
okay.
process for a subdivision gate is to be approved through the Architecture Review Board.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it had not gone through this process as of yet.
Okay, thank you. Maybe there's not a lot of an overview that we need with this, but anything that additionally besides what's been submitted that you want us to know, Linda or Barry?
I don't think so. We made the revisions that you had asked for. I think it looks pretty good.
Okay, and Laura, you say this, Ryan, this has been approved by our Planning and Zoning?
The subdivision is under development as we speak. Yes.
Okay. From the board, any questions, comments regarding this proposal?
I think I just have a comment, in looking at it and looking at the couple of photos of the houses that are already built there. While it's a nice gate and fence and all, it doesn't seem to fit with either the houses that have already been built or the rest of that street.
It was designed before there were any houses built in there, and well, I don't know if I should say this or not, but it was the original developer had intended that they would be $2 to $2.5 million houses. And he wanted the entry to be pretty elaborate. And so we had selected kind of an old world kind of look. And not anything that would necessarily, obviously could not fit anything that was there or even proposed because there was nothing there yet.
Mhm.
So it wasn't designed to fit any, it just has an old world kind of, maybe a Tudor kind of look to it, but not anything that I was trying to tie it in with any particular kind of architecture, just more of an old world, elegant kind of look. Does that answer anything?
It does. It still just doesn't seem that that style fits in with the rest of that street. I mean, it's the only gated community on that street.
It is.
You know, I imagine it's just the first, and there'll probably be more. It just doesn't seem to fit with where the rest of that street is today.
Can we get some comments from the board about your thoughts in that regard? So very elegant, very well done gate and fence that I think is accurately described as kind of old world. Is it important to any other board members that they reflect the houses inside the gate?
It doesn't strike me as being critical.
Okay. Lou, any thoughts?
I tend to agree with Mr. Arzano. What I think I understand is it was designed independently of the houses being built, and maybe it shouldn't be.
Fossil, any thoughts?
It didn't bother me. Actually, I'm okay with this fence.
Okay, Elizabeth?
I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it.
Okay. Any other questions, comments regarding the project?
Chairman Benegas, I did want to note, we have received one public comment in regards to this.
In support of the gate?
Yes, it was a resident from Laurel Lakes showing their support.
Yes, thank you. Okay, hearing no other comments, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Is there
I
a
will
second?
second.
There's been a motion, a second, to approve the project as presented. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, no.
No,
Motion carried. Whoa. Let's do a vote. Let's do a voice vote. Laura, please.
Mr. Forbringer,
No?
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
Mr. Arzano,
no,
Chairman Benegas,
No.
Ms. Proust,
Yes.
and Mr. Suku.
Yes.
The motion fails for lack of a majority.
Okay, so let's give some guidance here then. Is there, well, does the board feel like giving guidance? Let's start with that.
I mean, again, I guess I can just voice my concerns on whether they're guidance or just suggestions. Again, it just doesn't seem that it fits in with what you see when you drive down that street. You know,
It was never intended to.
okay. Well,
It seemed like the original developer, and I agreed with him, that that because that street does not go into Thorndale, it's totally disconnected from it. So the only entry is down at Manchester and Bartlett. And it just didn't seem that the approach to this whole little subdivision was not in keeping with maybe $2.5 million houses. So they thought that the entry and entry monument would need to be something pretty grand in order to sort of compensate for that approach to the whole thing, and going past even some things that are down there by Manchester that are not ideal. So that was the reason for somebody wanting to have something very elegant that would smack of more expensive houses.
This proposal is coming from the developer, is that correct?
It's actually coming from the current builder. We took
And is
over and are building a couple of lots on there.
Is the builder in control of the development? Or is the association in control?
That I'm not for sure.
I'm not either.
So let me make sure my understanding is right. We have a gate and fence that was designed before the development.
Before anything was built there.
Right. And the developer has changed to the point that, do we know who the developer is at this point?
I don't know.
It's on the tip of my tongue. There's a developer. There's someone who is in control of this development.
Do you know who that is, Ryan?
Like I said, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't state the name.
Okay, but
Martin Manlin.
it's not the homeowners, is that correct?
Correct.
The association hasn't taken control of the development?
No, there's not enough properties built out for them to the association to be in control.
Are there certain architectural suggestions that we could provide them to get us closer to what the will of the architecture review board is in this matter? Are there certain steps they can take to redesign this? I think that would be helpful.
Well, I would personally be very interested in the lot owners that exist now. Are they in support of this? And I might be able to be swayed if the homeowners that exist there now are overwhelmingly would want this. Otherwise, I would want the gates to reflect what's inside the gates.
Actually, I think there's only 2 homeowners there right now, and the house that we're building currently is a spec home.
Well, but that you would have a vote.
True.
So that would be my direction. The other nay votes, do you want to give any direction?
I don't have any specific direction.
Now, other than to say something that looks more, as you said, John, something that looks more representative of the houses being built. There's elegant. I agree, this is elegant. I think there's probably more than one way to construct something or draw something that's elegant. And I don't have the words to be able to articulate what that might look like.
Do we even know what the other 4 houses are going to look like? There's no way to know that, to even know how to represent that. Is that correct?
Correct.
I think you're right, Elizabeth. We do know what the 2 there look like, and Linda, you might be able to tell us if the home that you're building is going to be representative of the gates.
Not quite as old world looking, more, it'll probably match what's there now, and the other house is being built by a different builder. But it won't be in an old world type style, but it still will be a very nice, elegant house, worthy of the Gates.
So let me just ask then, Linda, maybe you have the answer to this. Is this proposal moving forward because that's just what was originally designed and you don't want to redesign at this point? Or is it that you like this design and want it to move forward?
Actually, both. It was what was proposed originally. The builder really liked it, thought it would go well with the community, and submitted it.
Well, I don't know about the rest of the board, but I'm willing to be swayed if the existing homeowners and you, Linda, all agree that this is what you want for the development. My initial question right from the start was, is this reflective of what's inside? And it's not, as much as I like the gate myself also. It's been voted down for this meeting, but I'm willing to hear from the other homeowners, and I can be swayed if there's significant interest in these gates being there.
I can check with the current people that are actually living there now, and then see if I can find out who the owner is of the other house under construction.
That'd be very helpful, I think, if you wouldn't mind doing that.
Okay, I can do that.
Great. Okay, any other comments regarding this project? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda. Thanks again, Barry and Linda, for being with us. We look forward to talking with you soon.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
You're welcome. Okay, next item on the agenda is a new single-family home at 932 Claymark Drive. Is there a presenter for that project?
Yes, it's me, David Schaub, with Schaub Projects Architecture.
Welcome, David. How about giving us an overview of the project?
Sure. What we've proposed is a 6,000 square foot new single-family residence to be.
You need to.
I guess it just clicked.
Oh, we just
That's
lost
her
him.
calling. So hit
Oh,
and an
Oh, there we got. Who's still? David, can you hear me?
He's muted.
I
David?
accidentally muted him.
Mr. Schaub, you're muted. Something happened there.
I was trying to mute the gentleman talking and I accidentally hit the wrong
Oh,
one.
okay. Okay, sorry about that. It was maybe an error on our side. Sorry about you
Sorry,
being
David.
interrupted.
No problem.
How about if we just start from the top?
Sounds good. Sounds good. We've designed a new custom home for a client on an existing lot inside of Claymark. It's about a 6,000 square foot house. The owner was looking for a very modern look and feel to the house. And so what we've proposed is a modern look using traditional materials and colors that we found around the subdivision, so that the house can be modern but still fit into the context and the scale of the rest of the subdivision. Then we've got we're planning on using Nichiha siding in combination with brick. We've got standing seam metal roof on portion of it, and then the flat roof portions we're using a TPO membrane roof. What else can I tell you about the project?
Using a Nichiha wood.
Oh yeah. I should say that we've actually got two different styles of Nichiha siding going in. One style is a wood grained look. The other style is more of a smooth panel style look.
You can go to the last few pages.
Yeah, we've got samples in the packet of the brick colors, the stone colors, and then the actual siding samples also.
Does everybody else's packet have the sample colors?
Be the last.
Yeah, they're in the packet.
Yep, I'm looking at it now.
At the end.
Is the lot currently empty or?
It is empty currently, yes.
Well, you said that the owner asked you for a modern style. I think that you successfully accomplished that.
Thank you.
And I wanted to follow up on that. I thought I understood you to say you tried to match the aesthetic of the neighborhood.
Well, just through its scale and the use of materials,
Okay.
you know, that we wanted to keep the color schemes, the materials. We didn't want to get way out there, and they were really looking for a minimalist, you know, very plain, modern, and I talked them into, you know, warming it up and really not standing out as being something really different in the neighborhood.
I mean, just looking at the neighboring houses, the one to the left and the one to the right, it doesn't seem like there's a common style in the neighborhood
Right.
anyway.
I really like the design. It's beautiful. I have a question about Nichiha. I think it's about 20 years, the color changes or something like that. Did they mention?
As far as the colors being warranted on there, or you're talking about fading out?
Yeah.
Well, it would be, you know, at that point then, I'd have to go back and look at the wood grain, but I know the block portions, you know, can easily be repainted then, but the wood grain, I'd have to go back and check the warranty on it. I can't answer that.
It's just a curiosity. Okay, this is a rain screen.
Yeah.
And what is the subsurface?
We've got 2 layers of Tyvek going on underneath to protect.
Can I suggest something? At the entry porch, you know, those openings in the wall. Could you bring those things down a little bit more?
The openings at the front entrance.
Yeah.
You talking about the wood pieces, Basil?
Yeah. So it's kind of you know, the opening up there. Looks like it would be nicer if they were a little bit kind of closer to the entry floor level.
Are we talking about the vertical slats that are?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've tucked them in. The horizontal returns tuck in underneath the soffits there. You know, I guess we could look at pulling those down a little bit. There's still space between the windows. But I kind of liked it just as a continuation of the ceiling plane, you know, coming through to the porch.
We have a 3D animation.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a 3D animation. If that would help kind of show, you know, explain what the thought was, we'd be happy to pull that up and show you.
I totally understand, but I was thinking that it would be nicer proportional if you go down. So.
Okay, one other question. Excuse me, go ahead, Fazal.
If it were my home, I would extend the gym closer to the pool and then have an acrylic panel.
Yeah. Okay, let me just ask about, it looks like the property has been pretty much clear cut back a ways. Is there any additional trees going to be removed? I can't read the site plan, it's so small.
There's one tree that it's going to necessarily have to come down. Try to get to that page. because it was in the area of the utilities coming in. It was marked tree in on the tree preservation plan,
Oh,
but all the
Okay.
other
yeah.
that are on there will remain.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Any other questions, comments regarding the project?
Karen Benigas?
Yes.
I have received one public comment in regards to this project. A concern from a neighboring property on Town and Country Lane, a concern about stormwater.
Okay, Ryan, can you give us a briefing on that?
Certainly, the property in question that we're speaking about tonight, 932 Claymark, everything's been designed to 150% of retention of the differential created by the of stormwater created by this new development. It's located in a location that makes sense in the center of the rear yard. Stormwater is always something we monitor throughout all phases of construction. And I would ask that the concerns parties reach out to us throughout construction if there's something that comes to light, so that we're aware. But we monitor throughout construction. We'll ensure that the project is built as designed. I will say also that the concerned parties live on Town and Country Lane. There is a stormwater problem on Town and Country Lane, and there is a $1 million listed project to solve those issues on Town and Country Lane. It's number 8 on our priority list, so that will be addressed at some point in the near future. But it's an extremely expensive stormwater project to address the whole street, not just individual properties. But 932 Claymark is doing everything that the city requires in terms of stormwater.
Okay, I'd like the person who made the comment to be able to have the information that you just shared. Would it be best if you shared that information with them or Mr. Schaub?
It'd be best if the city shared that information.
Okay, can you make sure that they have that information, please, Ryan?
Yes.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments about the project? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's been a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congratulations. Thanks for being here. Good luck with the project.
Thank you much, guys.
All right, bye now. Next item on the agenda is a residential addition at 12023 Embassy Row. Is there a presenter for that project?
Yes, I am Keith Liston with Liston Design Build, representing the owners. Brian Piney is on the call here as well.
Great. Mr. Liston, thanks for being with us. Can you give us an overview of the project, please?
Yes. First, it's an exterior renovation to bring a 1990s style house up into the modern farmhouse style. We'd be painting the brick. We're going to be changing the windows, all new Anderson windows, changing roof color, adding standing seam, a standing seam element there on the front porch. Around the rear, which started out as a kitchen remodel, led itself to needing an expanded footprint for the kitchen. So we're going to be going out the back to expand the footprint of the kitchen, including a screened-in porch and a covered area alongside. And then the last piece, building out the side to give them a nice laundry room, which also provides a little bit of privacy screening for the outdoor space at the rear.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, comments regarding this project?
No, I think it's nice.
I really like the look of this house. You did a good job with it.
Thank you.
Read.
I have to wonder, it sounds like, it looks like you probably did your homework. I noticed all the trees you put around the rendering. You must know how much I love trees around houses like this. So
Pure luck.
a subliminal way of getting my vote, right?
I'll note it. I'll use that in the future.
Okay, any public comment regarding this project, Laura?
No, we've received none for this project.
Okay, good. Any other board comment, questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been a motion, a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congratulations. Thanks for being here. Good luck with the project.
All right. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome. Okay, the next item on the agenda is a residential addition at 13108 Conway Grove Lane. Is there a presenter for that project?
I'm here, Lauren Strutman, the architect. Can you hear me?
Well, welcome. I can. I can barely see you, but I can hear you, Lauren.
I'll speak. My name's Lauren Strutman, and this is an addition I've worked for quite a while on with this couple. John and Lori Laughlin are here on the meeting as well, down at the bottom of the screen. These are additions pretty much entirely in the back of the house. We're not changing the style of the house. We're just matching everything and just going kind of from left to right on that rear addition. We're adding a mudroom and expanding their garage just a little bit, expanding their kitchen, and we're adding an outdoor room and a family room addition with a little bit of extension of their existing master bedroom that's on the right side of the main level. So really it's all additions in the rear. Up on the second floor, we're adding a little tiny bit of some closet extensions, some very modest changes. And every material is going to match what's already on the house. We've got black or charcoal blend architectural shingles, white clad windows, and fiber cement white horizontal lamp siding. We do have trustee approval for this project and a site plan prepared by Bowles and a landscape plan prepared by Baxter Gardens. And we're here to answer any questions you all might have. I think this is a very straightforward project, and we've broken it into a number of little roof lines on the back of the house, so it doesn't appear to be a massive addition.
Thank you. Any questions, comments for Lauren? When I looked at the location, Lauren, the rear neighbor, there almost isn't a rear neighbor. It's on a kind of a cul-de-sac, and it's quite a distance from the rear neighbor, right?
Yes, there's a very deep, spacious backyard on this property.
Yeah, okay. So as far as the sight line that any rear neighbor would have, it's not going to be dramatically affected by this project, is that right?
Now there's actually a big piece of vacant ground to the far rear, and there really are no neighbors behind this, directly behind this house.
Yeah. Okay, any questions or comments from the board?
Looks good.
No, looks good.
For me.
Okay, thank you. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I second.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congratulations. Thanks for being with us. Good luck with the project.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
You're welcome. I think that concludes the agenda item for tonight. Lori, anything else that we need to consider?
Not that I'm aware of. Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, but the project on Conway Grove was the first rear addition or addition that doesn't directly affect the front of the house that
Correct.
has now gone through.
So it's from our new ordinances that we passed a few months ago.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, anything else from the board? Well, Happy New Year to all of you. Thanks again for your service. The city appreciates it very much. And we will see you in February.
Happy New Year.
All righty, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
all. Happy New Year, everyone.
All right,
Happy New
bye now.
Bye.